This session is about stoichiometric calculations. Stoichiometric calculations are those calculations which depends on the balanced chemical equation. We know that a chemical equation gives the quantitative relationship between the reactants and the products. And using this quantitative information, we can base the problems based on chemical equations. The various steps which will be followed in stoichiometric calculations are: first step is write a balanced chemical equation. Second step is indicate the number of moles or indicate the molar ratio. Indicate the molar ratio between the reactants and the products. Reactants and the products. Third step is convert the moles according to required value. That is, it can be mass or it can be volume. And the last step is calculate the desired quantity or calculate the required quantity using unitary method. So these simple steps we have to follow for stoichiometric calculations. So first step is writing a balanced chemical equation. For example, hydrogen reacts with oxygen to give water. So balanced chemical equation for this can be written like this: 2 oxygens. So by writing this, we have balanced the number of oxygens. It is 2 now. Hydrogen is 4. 2 into 2, therefore we can write here 2. So hydrogen is 4. So this is a balanced chemical equation. First step is write a balanced chemical equation. Second step, indicate the molar ratio between the reactants and the products. So number of moles according to balanced chemical equation is 2. Oxygen involved is 1 and number of moles of water formed is 2. So the molar ratio between the reactants and the products is 2:1:2. This is called the stoichiometry of the reaction. Now third step is converting the moles into required value. It may be mass or it may be volume. For example, if suppose in the question you are given that how many water molecules will be produced if 8 gram of hydrogen reacts with oxygen. So this is the question. Now in this case, we need to calculate the mass of water produced when 8 gram of hydrogen is allowed to react with oxygen. Amount of oxygen is not given, it means oxygen is available in excess. So we have to calculate on the basis of hydrogen, that is 8 gram. So now we'll convert the moles into mass. So molar mass of H2 is 2. Mass of 1 hydrogen is 1. Mass of 2 hydrogen is 2. So the total mass of 2 moles of hydrogen molecule is 4 gram. And mass of water formed by 4 gram of hydrogen is 2 moles. This 2 moles can again be converted into grams by calculating the molar mass of water, which is 2 plus 16, that is 2 into 18 means 36 gram. So from this equation you have come to know that 4 gram of water reacts with oxygen to produce 36 gram of water. So it means 8 gram of hydrogen will react with oxygen to give double the amount of this number. So it will be 72 grams. So we can apply the unitary method like this. 4 gram of hydrogen produces 32 gram of water. Therefore, 8 gram of hydrogen will produce 32 upon 4 into 8 gram of water. That is 4 into 2. So it is 74 gram. So 74 gram of water, this is 36 gram. 4 gram produces 36 gram of water. So it should be 36. Therefore the answer is 72 grams. So 72 gram of water is produced by 8 gram of hydrogen. So this is how we can solve the questions based on stoichiometry. Now we'll solve one more question based on stoichiometry. That is, what volume of oxygen at STP can be produced by decomposition of 6.12 gram of KClO3. 6.125 gram of KClO3. So I'll write first of all decomposition of KClO3, which gives KCl plus O2. The equation can be balanced like this, balancing oxygen 6 on both the sides, now balancing KCl, that is 2. So this is a balanced chemical equation for the decomposition of potassium chloride. First step, writing balanced chemical equation. Now second step, writing the number of moles involved in the balanced chemical equation. 2 moles of KClO3 on decomposition gives 2 mole of KCl and 3 moles of oxygen. So this is 2 mole, this is again 2 mole, and this is 3 mole. Now we have to calculate the volume and mass is given. So we need to change this quantity first of all into mass. 2 mole of KClO3, it will be 2 into molar mass of KClO3, which have been calculated like this. Molar mass of KClO3, potassium 39, chlorine 35.5 plus oxygen is 3 into 16. So it is 122.5 gram. So 2 moles will be equal to how many gram? 2 into 200, 122.5 is equal to 245 gram. So the number of moles involved for KClO3 is 2 mole. We have changed it into grams. It is 245 gram. Now we have to determine the volume of oxygen gas obtained at STP. And we know that 1 mole of any gas at STP produces 22.4 liter. Therefore, 3 moles of oxygen will represent how many liters? 3 into 22.4 liter. 3 into 24 liter. So this is how we have written the various data available with us. Now we can apply unitary method for calculating the amount of oxygen produced, for calculating the amount of or calculating the number of liters of oxygen produced when 6.125 gram of KClO3 decomposes. So according to balanced chemical equation, 245 gram of KClO3 produces 3 into 22.4 liter of oxygen gas at STP. It means 6.125 gram of KClO3 will produce 3 into 22.4 upon 245 into 6.125, which on calculating is 1.68 liter. So 1.68 liter of oxygen gas is produced by 6.125 gram of KClO3. Okay, now we'll understand the concept of limiting reagent, which is also based on the stoichiometry of the reaction. So for understanding what is a limiting reagent, I'll take one example. Hydrogen gas reacts with oxygen gas to give water molecule, and the balanced chemical equation for this is 2 moles of hydrogen. 2 moles of hydrogen reacts with 1 mole of oxygen to give 2 mole of water. So this is according to stoichiometry, right? Now stoichiometry can, number of moles can be converted into mass, which is again according to stoichiometry here. So 2 moles means 2 into 2, it will be equal to 4 gram, and 1 mole means 1 into, what is the molar mass of oxygen? It is 32. So it will be 1 into 32, that is 32 gram. And the molar mass of water is 18, therefore it is 36 gram. So according to stoichiometry, 2 mole of hydrogen react with 1 mole of oxygen to give 2 mole of water, or we can also say that 32 gram of oxygen, 32 gram of oxygen is required to react, requires 4 gram of hydrogen to react completely and gives 36 gram of water. So for a reaction, for obtaining 36 gram of water will exactly require 4 gram of hydrogen and 32 grams of oxygen, right? But if it is given in the question, if it is given, the given conditions are 80 gram of hydrogen reacts with 80 gram of oxygen, then what amount of water is produced? Now in this case, we need to know which reagent is available in lesser amount. The reagent which is available in lesser amount will limit the reaction, and or we can say that the reagent which is present in lesser amount, less than required, which is less than required, it will be consumed first. It will be consumed first, and as soon as it is consumed, the reaction will come to an end. So such a reaction, which is such a reagent which is present in lesser amount and is consumed completely in the reaction, and after the consumption of which the reaction comes to an end, is known as a limiting reagent. So now we'll understand how to find out a limiting reagent. What is the method for finding out the limiting reagent? Limiting reagent can be determined with the help of the stoichiometry, either in terms of moles or in terms of grams. So let us understand in terms of moles. So what is the available number of moles here? It will be 80 divided by, what is the mass of hydrogen? The molar mass of H2 gas is 2. So moles of hydrogen available in the reaction mixture will be 80 divided by 2, that is 40 mole. And the moles of oxygen available in the reaction mixture will be given mass upon molar mass, that is 80 upon 32. 80 upon 32, which will be equal to how many grams? Which will be equal to 2.5 gram. Now if we compare the actual number of moles which are required with the number of moles available, we can just compare the ratio. 2 moles of hydrogen require 1 mole of oxygen. It means 40 mole of hydrogen. 40 mole of hydrogen will require just half, means 20 mole of oxygen. But number of moles available in the reaction mixture is only 2.5, moles is only 2.5 moles, which indicates that the number of moles of oxygen available in the reaction mixture is less than required. What is the required value? 20 mole. But how many moles do we have? We have only 2.5 mole. So this oxygen is present in lesser amount, and hence it is a limiting reagent. So oxygen here is a limiting reagent. It will limit the reaction after the amount of oxygen after all the oxygen available in the reaction mixture is consumed, the reaction will come to an end. And therefore hydrogen we can say is present in excess, so it is called excess reagent. Excess reagent. And it will be left over in the reaction mixture since it is present in excess amount in the reaction mixture. So now we can easily calculate. The amount of water. Amount of water formed in the reaction will be decided by the limiting reagent. And in this case, the limiting reagent is oxygen. So we can calculate the limiting reagent as follows, or by applying again unitary method. According to unitary method, 2 mole of hydrogen, according to stoichiometry, as limiting reagent is oxygen, so we have to see oxygen. According to stoichiometry, 1 mole of oxygen produces 36 gram. We have to calculate the number of grams, so we are writing 36 gram. Therefore, how many moles are available in the reaction mixture? It is 2.5 mole. So 2.5 mole of oxygen will produce how many grams? 36 into 2.5 gram, that is equal to 90 grams. So in this way, the water formed in the reaction mixture is 90 gram and oxygen is the limiting reagent. So in this way you can solve the questions based on stoichiometry and the questions based on limiting reagent.